Hello, friends. Welcome to Will Activate Podcast. There are times in your year, in your 12 months cycle, that you get to find time to relax. Those weird months like April, like July. It's not a transition month. It's not anything month. It's just a month whereby you now understand the year and what is it that you want to achieve and so forth. But now we are on a transition phase, and that's the thing about these months like October, November, and December. These months are transition months where you sit down and reflect if you have really achieved the goals that you wanted to achieve, if you really got married like you wanted to, got a promotion like you wanted to, started that business like you wanted to, and so many a times our answer is no. Our answer is no, because when you look at the year, when we start again in January, we have all these New Year's resolutions in mind. I want to start a business, I want to get married, but immediately when we start, we don't start with, okay, let me do it, let me go register a business. We start with, where did I leave? Where did I leave some other stuff? How do we continue from where we left off? At work, we were doing 1, 2, 3, so let me continue from there. With my wife, we were doing 1, 2, 3, so let me continue from there. With my life, I was doing 1, 2, 3, let me continue from there. And immediately when we do that, it's like the year just continues on. It's no longer 12 months, it's 24 months. The year is just continuing on. And that is a problem. We need to learn how to condition our mind for success, And what that means is that sometimes we have to press a reset button. You see, in these months, October, November, December, we need to sit down and say, okay, what is it that I wanted to achieve? What is it that I failed to achieve, and so forth, and say, okay, how can I do better next year? And in January, yes, I might be working in the same office as I am at work or wherever you are working. But in January, you say, okay, I'm pressing a reset button. I'm going to keep my work the way it is. I'm going to work and do whatever they want me to do at work so that I can get paid. But when it comes to my marriage, I'm pressing a reset button. I'm stopping here. I'm choosing to be romantic. From now onwards, I'm dedicating to myself to buying a rose a week for my wife. And you become intentional about that. You put money aside and you calculate how much it's going to cost you a year. If it is a business that you wanted to start, immediately in the beginning of the year, you sit down, you drop a logo, you come up with a name, and you press a reset button and say, I'm going to do this now. It's not a this year thing. This is what I'm going to achieve. No, I'm going to achieve it now. I'm doing it now. And immediately when you have an opportunity to register, you go and you register your business, and usually in January you don't have money, but immediately you use free tools to help you market your business from there. And most of our business, especially for entrepreneurs, it's a skill-based business. What you can do, like you can design a website, you can sell a particular thing. You don't necessarily need funding, so you can start there and there immediately. So we need to condition. That's how we condition our minds to succeed, to success. And I want to mention just 5 tools as well that'll help you as you press that reset button and say, this, I'm doing it now. It's not a this year thing, what I'm going to achieve. It's not about in the next 6 months, no. You can have those kind of goals. But, you tell yourself immediately in that week that I'm starting now. That's how you condition your mind for success. And I want to give you these 5 tools, and these are simple tools. You're going to think, oh my goodness, really? But William, like, really? But I want to give you these tools. These are simple. The two are quite the same, right? The first one is study. So if it means going the academic route for you to be able to achieve the goal that you want to achieve in your life, in that year, in your particular setting right now, register at school, study. If it is not an academic route that you need to take, then you need to, second one, research. Go online, listen to what people are saying, because there are experts on your YouTube channels that are true, that are not going to sell you anything, that just want to give you advice. You listen to them, you learn from them, you contact them and say, hey, can you mentor me? So number 1 is study, number 2 is research, and number 3 is read. Guys, if we read, our minds lighten up. We begin to know things that we didn't know before. Whether it's business, whether it's marriage, whether it's raising kids, whatever your goal is, maybe developing a good character and becoming a better person. When you read, your mind lightens up and you get to know things and how to do other things that you never thought of, and that helps you to become better in your journey. That helps you to become better in your life, and when we look at number 4 and 5, they're quite similar, but number 4 is act. Immediately when you have that knowledge, immediately when you have studied and researched and read, you act. You sit down and say, okay, this is going to be the logo of my company. You sit down and say, this is how much I'm going to spend in making sure that I'm romantic. This is what I'm going to do in making sure that I'm a better parent. This is what I'm going to do to make sure that I'm better in whatever it is that I want to achieve. And immediately when you do that, when you act, there's no stopping you. Number 5 is weird, right? Number 5 is the most weird one. Stand up. And I know stand up is supposed to come before acting, but stand up, because in every cycle there is a time whereby you face situations. There is a time whereby you will fall. There is a time whereby you will feel like you're wasting money. There is a time whereby you feel like it's not working. There is a time whereby you feel like quitting. But the more you stand up and go back and study and research and read and act again, the more you do those cycles, the more you get to be progressive. You fall, you face situations, but you choose to stand up. You do it again. You study, you read, you research, you act. You do it. It's a cycle. And you might not face situations immediately. You might face situations after 10 years when you have an office block and everything is well in your marriage, when everything is okay, you're best parent ever, and something happens and you have to now sit down and say, okay, what did I do wrong? Then you go back again, you study, you research, you read, you act, then you go. You push. Then after that, you face situations again. You stand up. That's the circle. See, when you do that, you will be able to become what you want to become. You'll be able to attain what you want to be able to attain. Guys, I hope that these 5 tools and 5 ideas will be able to help you in becoming the better version of yourself in your life, in your career, in your finances, as a parent, as a husband, in whatever that you're trying to achieve.